Good morning, kids. Saturday, March 21st, 2026. And we're still going on trying to get the stuff going for the cabin. I got all the wood cut out yesterday. Got a big old pile. I did not bring the axe up with me today. A little bit of chainsaw action today. Gonna make, well, first off, I gotta clear out this stuff here. A couple of these little saplings here. Maybe even up to that sapling there. I might even cut this thing down. And then cut some of this up for the small firewood that I'm using over here. After that, I'm gonna clean all this up. Most of this brush is gonna go over there to kind of hide everything. The bushes over there are growing up real nice. They're gonna get green. Hard to see over here. I looked up the road as I was coming to see if I could see the wood pile. Can't see it because everything's getting up there, so I may move that wood pile over to there to make that a little bit bigger. This wood pile, I kind of want to push back some. No specific reason for it, but I want to cut these long logs that are out over here and push them back to this hawthorn bush right here. And then start stacking it neatly up in here, because in all actuality, there's chipmunks all over the place up here and field mice. So they're going to start camping out in this stuff. I know it for a fact. They did it at the other cabin. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the snakes over there. So I want to, since the opening of the cabin's going to be right about along lines of where this is right here, and then go back depending on how far it measures out. Now I know I probably got 10 foot across there, close to it, and then it might not be 10 by 15, but we're going to see what happens. So I also brought up spikes today to make the wood rick. And I'm going to put the wood rick up in here. I'm just going to elevate it off the ground. And might have some snakes back in on this, maybe. Depending on where I put the wood rick. But I'm going to put it kind of up on the hill a little bit. That way I kind of go up the hill to get the wood. I'm not going to have it like I did on my last cabin, along the edge. So, and I still have yet to go up. I didn't bring the screw gun with me today, but I've got to go up there and get my log hauler down from the other cabin today, tomorrow time frame, whenever. And so plan today, clean the rest of this brush up. I've got all my trash here. I'm just going to put it off in an area. I'll haul that out today, my gas. But I'm going to put my wood rick, I want to put it somewhere up in here. So if this is level, so I need some decent sized trees, some smaller trees, at least four stand-ups, three or four going across, so I can pack up my wood, right? And then a couple cross members and some cross bracing on it so it doesn't fall one way or another. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that done. Might have to have 3 stand-ups on each side. That way, all I got to do is run a couple of pieces across on it, get that all set up for the next few days. When I come up here with my axe and start busting up this wood, then I'll have some place to put it to where it starts drying over the summer. The only reason why I've got the fire burning early in the morning, it's only like 40 degrees. So I want to keep my little paws happy and warm for a little while. Today's supposed to be in the 80s, which is a good thing. High 70s, low 80s. So that I want to get done. I want to have that. And we're going to have to bring the shovel up here at some point in time. We're going to dig out what's remaining of the root systems on a couple of these, and we're going to dig these and throw them on the brush piles. And as you can see, this log here I actually cut and was using it for firewood. So I'll cut it where it's split right there, and I'll cut it down there, and I'll cut that up, use it for firewood. This one here, I think this one was a little punky. Let me look. Yeah, that one was a little punky. This is punky. That one's not bad. I could drag that up here, cut it up for firewood. That one right there, it's not bad. I might drag it up for firewood. This one here will dry out real nice. It's not punky at all. So I'll cut it up, drag it out of there, cut it up for firewood, and start getting little dried branches and stuff that come down, and we'll bust that up for like kindling and whatnot. But for right now, I've got a couple cords of wood to bust up. It's a good, at least a good cord and a half, if not two. And if I get that damn tree out of there, that'll make, just up there is over a cord of wood. But I'll have to be very careful about cutting it down. I might cut it down today, at least get it into movable chunks. Because when I cut it, it's going to roll down here where I want to put my wood rick. That's fine. Let it roll down there, and then I roll it down here, cut it up, and stack it. And then I'll have to cut it into manageable chunks to bust up. But I've got, like I said, I've got all that done. These little saplings here, I'm going to leave. And this one here, because they're going to grow up and provide a little bit of cover for this side, which is awesome. I want to get this built and not be seen until the fall, because in the fall you'll be able to see it. So anyways, we're here just warming up by the fire, getting P's and Q's in. I was stripping some rocks yesterday, and I have a little pile of moss for chinking, which is great. I got to bring up some trash bags and start doing some soon because of how I'm going to position the logs. So I have to build at least a small rock footing. It doesn't have to be big, just be off the ground. And I really don't have to chink it up or what, mud it up, but I'd rather do that. But I'm going to have to allow for some water drainage coming down the hill. So we'll think about that when we get to it. Like I said, this cabin is going to be a lot better than the other one because we're going to do this one the correct way, all the correct way, I'm pretty sure. And it will last longer, easier to, the chinking will be done way before hunting season, so I don't have to fight with that during the snow and the cold and the ice and all the mud sloughing off the side. I'm not going to even use mud, so no, it'll all be done upright. I'm thinking between stripping logs or leaving all the bark on them. I think I could do it either way. Depending on how straight I can get the logs and how much chinking is going to be between them, I think we'll be okay. So one way or another, I'll do it. But I am going to cut that big log out of there, get it out of there, because it's going to be right above the cabin, and I don't want it coming down. That other big tree that I was talking about maybe cutting out of there, I'm going to leave that. Even though it's cat-faced on the one side, it's still a big tree. There's still enough live on it to hold it. I might get some branches off of it, but that'll be, oh well. And then at a later point in time, I don't have to fall it this way. I can fall it that way. So, easy peasy. I just have some wedges and wedge it over. Other than that, we're just feed the fire a little bit. We're gonna just put on a log or two every time I need to. I guess I got the saw down here. I can at least start cutting some of this brush out of here. At least the saplings, get it out of here, so we'll be good. Cut down some branches, although I do not have to cut this big long branch out. That'll be great, because it's going to, I don't know if it's going to be dead, or I don't know if it has buds on it. Yes, it does. It has buds on it, so we're good. And we'll cut that one out of the way there. Then basically from the wood rick's going to be over here, but I'm going to start right about in here somewhere and start raking all the leaves and all the wood and stuff off. Now the leaves I will park probably over onto that wood pile over there. That's the wood pile that I'm trying to get up. I'm probably going to have to cut part of this bramble bush out, which doesn't make a big difference because there's a rock here. And that's going to be in my way. Plus, if I want to bring the four-wheeler down, I'll bring it straight down through here and park it out here. And then when I want to go up, I just pull it up, back it up, and go up the hill. So, I guess we're going to get going on this. So, in the meantime, there you are. See ya.